Alright guys, welcome back to another wonderful section of our class today where we'll be talking about how to edit this home page. Yes, how do we edit this home page and make it look very good. Remember, we've worked on the slides, we've worked on the header, we've gone to theme options, we've done all our editing on theme options, and right now we want to edit the page, put in some content and make it look very attractive. Remember, I told you that you should not bother yourself getting content. The easiest way for you to get content is on Google. So I already gone to Google and I searched for orphanage homes in USA, exactly like I did in the other video, and I came up with these different websites. So on this page, I found these different websites. So my main purpose of coming here is just to get ideas of content that we should put on the website. Content, I mean text, ideas on how to put the text and how this should be, how that should be, how that should be. That's just it basically. Okay, our header is what? Caring for orphans. They all deserve home support. So I'm actually thinking that we should put a little text about us here. Put a little text about us, about the orphanage home, then an image and something like that. So let me just see what we can do. Let me see what we can do. Let me look for a text. Caring for kids and their families is not about us. At Constant Children Home. At Constant Children, more than 40 children are loved and cared for in 4 bright colored houses. The children who live here are orphaned or abandoned. We're either orphaned or abandoned and desperately need a safe place to be. Each home has house parents, that. This is not so bad. Let me see this. Each day, I estimated 700 million become an orphan. That. No? See this slide, see the poor quality images they use here, very poor. Orphan relief. Why we provide relief for urgent needs, orphan hope is that they're committed to bring lasting solution. Okay, I think this is something like that I want to put a little write-up about us and maybe an image describing what the brand does or something like that. So I'm just going to pick this content. Remember, the client will give you your content when you want to design a site. If the client does not give you content, all you just need to do is come pick up something like this and edit it. Do not put it word for word. But for purposes of this class, I'll just be putting it, copy and pasting there. But you should never do that in a project. Because if an existing company sees that you copy their content guide, they will sue you for it. So I'm just doing this for class purposes. This is not a real project. It is just a template that we're working on. I will be deleting this site immediately after this project. So I come over to my back end, and over here on my back end, where do I edit this page? So remember that when we were working on our blog the last time, we wanted to edit we wanted to add a post. What do? We came over to what? Posts. Posts. That's where we actually did that. But for this website, we now deal with pages. Pages. Posts and pages. So this is pages. So pages is where we have all the pages that are integrated into this website. So this is where we have all the pages that are on this website. So any page that I want to edit, we just come over here and click on the edit button. We are good to go. So how do we know the page that is the home page, that is this home page here? It is not difficult at all. We just come over to just look at all the pages we have here. You will see a page that is tagged the home page. It is not here. Come over to the next page. We have five different pages for here. So come down. There is no home page here. Go to the next. So we need to look for the page that is the home page. That is that page that we will now edit. Come down. Home. So we see front page. So home simple one. So this is the basic home page that we have in that one. So once we just come here, we'll click on this to edit. So we have so many plugins that we can use to edit this page. Remember, I told you that WordPress works with the regular drag and drop system. Remove and put. Remove and put. Remove and put is not difficult at all. Okay? So we'll come down. When we come down, yes. So the plugin that we're using to edit this page now is called what? The WP Bakery Page Builder. We have so many plugins like Elementor, like Visual Composer, and so many of them. So it is just for you to know which one you are conversant with and use that one. Take for example, I know how to use Elementor very well, and I don't know how to use WP Bakery Builder. All I can just do is I'll just go over to plugins and remove this plugin and install the one I know how to use best, and it will be very, very easy for me to edit it with that. Okay, so now remember, everything you see on this page here signifies all the elements you have on this page. The only thing that you cannot see here, is this header 1 and what? The footer 2. So it means that this first column that is here, this first column or this first row that you see here, carries what? The revolution slider, which is this slide. So it means that if I should delete this slide here, it is going to go off from this page, this front page. Now, this one here, our courses with donation. This one here, this section, this row here carries what? This our courses, which is what you find here. And this second one, donations, is what? Which is what you find here. So what did they do here that made this one separate like this? All they just did was they divided this row into 2. Now let me go back and explain to you gradually how this whole system works so you understand everything. Now, this whole part from this top here to this part where the slider is called a row. Now a row is just from the beginning to the end, just a section, kind of. You get my point? Now, inside a row, you can impute what we call elements. So this slider revolution is an element that is inside a row. I hope that point is clear. Slider revolution is an element that is inside a row. So if you want to make a design from scratch, you can do what? Bring in a row and bring in an element into the row. So that is that about the row and the element. So we'll actually be practicalizing, manipulating all of these, removing what they putting in our own, and you are going to see exactly how it is going to play out well. So now we have just highlighted that this second part of this project, this second part here, this second row that you see here, this second row, this is where it is here. This is the second row here. So what I'm just going to do is, I am going to remove this, our course with donations. I'm going to remove this, delete this. Once I delete it, I will now update. So we're going to see that it is going to go out from the front end. So I will now be bringing in a text that will write a little about the brand, a little about the orphanage, and an image that will give a little description about it. You are going to see how we're going to do that shortly. Let me reload this to see that this our courses is out. All right, guys, as you see, our courses has done what? Has gone out. Okay, donate us. So let's just go over to that home page. Let me bring in an element. To bring in an element, you just click on this plus sign here. Click on the plus. Now, what kind of element do we want to bring in? We want to bring in a text block. Remember, a little write-up is what we want to bring in. Bring in a text block. So the write-up, what we want to put on the write-up, we can now edit it here. This is it. So let me just copy this. Remember, you should not do this, so please, this is just a practical, that's why I'm doing it. But for your own practicals, you're allowed to do. But when you want to work on a project, please do not copy and paste, please, I beg you. So put this here. All right. Okay. Now we're good to go. Why we provide that. So how do we want it to align? Let me align it to center. So it will be on the middle. Let me just save changes and update. So remember, you must update any changes you make. You must update it. If you don't update it, it will not affect on the front end. So let me reload here. So you see exactly how easy this is to design. Extremely easy. So you see that the write-up has come here. But this does not look professional at all. It does not. It doesn't look professional. So what do I do about it? I now need to go and think of more ways to make it look more professional. Now, one thing I can do is I can divide this row, this section into 3. Bring in one picture here, put in a picture on this side, and put this right up on the middle, and let's see exactly what it will look like. So the donate us can also remain to here. So let me see what would happen here. Come down. So I'll come over to custom and make this row 3 places, 3 equal rows. Okay, this is it, 3 equal rows, 1 over 3, 1 over 1 over 3, 3 equal rows. Then I will now drag this text block. See this point here, this button here is to drag. This button here is to edit the text block, and this button is to do what? Copy or clone the text block. So please, this one also is to delete it in case you want to delete. So these basic principles are the principles on how to use the WP Bakery page builder. So I want this to be in the middle. Let me take this element first, drag this element and put it inside this section. Now this one, drag this one and put it inside this section. So I'm saying that I want an image in this section, an image of a child, something like that. Okay? Now, so I'll just click on plus. This plus is to bring in an element into the section. So what do I want to bring in here? A single image. I click on single image. Now I can now add the image here. Okay? So media library, click plus to bring in the image. I definitely need to upload the image. So select file, NGO folder. Remember we downloaded some images the last time. So let me just go over there and pick up an image that talks about what we are talking about. So what image should I use here? Let me increase the size, the preview of the images so that I can see them very well. Remember, it is the home page. I need to put in an image that is very professional. Let me try this one. Let me see what this one will look like. Orphanage. So I just want to edit the image, open with Fireworks. Let me do a little editing. I don't want to put in an image I just copied from Google or Pixabay, sorry, or Pixabay. Okay, I think this image is okay. So what is the size of the image? 1280 by 853. This is too large. So let me just reduce the image a little. Press down the shift key and reduce. Okay. Fit to canvas for it to reduce. With 777 by 518. I think this is better. So let me just export this image and use it exactly on that home page. NGO. Finish pics. So the name of the image, home 2. Alright, so I'm good. So I can now upload this image here, desktop, NGO, home 2. Here's the image. Upload and attach. So set image. Set image. So now, how should the image display? The way it displays on the front end will determine exactly how it should be. Now over here you have options. Enter image size. Enter it as thumbnail, medium, large, or full. So I want you to see what it looks like as a thumbnail, what it looks like as medium, large, and full. So we now know exactly what to put it as. So let me save the image first. After saving, remember, you must update. If you don't update, it will not come out well. So let's just go and preview the image on the front end so we see exactly what we have done. Alright guys, as you can see here, so you see the image is very small. So the reason why this image is small is because we picked a thumbnail size. So in order for me to increase this image, I just come over here, come over to this part, see the image here, click on this edit button, and I'll change the size to what? From thumbnail to what? Large. Let me put large and see. Copy this and paste it here. Save. Once you save, you must update. If you do not update, the changes will not appear on the front end. So after updating, I come over and do what? And reload the page. So you see that the size of the images has done what? Has increased. It has increased. But I still want it to come up a little. I still want it to be more, in fact, let it be larger than what it is here now. I think we can achieve that. We should be able to achieve that. We will come over here, edit, and let me see what the full image will look like. Let's put full. Let's see what full will look like. Save changes. Update. I love updating it. I don't like to preview so that whatever I've done will save. But if you preview, you have not really saved what you want to do. So reload, let's see. Alright, I think it's the same size. So anyway, let's work with this and see what we need to do about this. Okay? Now, if you observe something, you observe that this section has a title, our courses, donate us. This one does not have. So this one now make this section, this part to be higher than this, but this one needs to come up. This one needs to come up. What do? They added a title to this section. So what we just need to do is we need to go and remove this title of this section. Very, very easy. Come over to the back end again. This is the section. This is the section. So just click on this button here to edit this section properties. Once you click here, you can edit that column settings. Come down, you are going to see the title. Enter title. So we'll just remove the title. So once we remove it, I think we should be good to go. Underline title, header style, no title, just leave it as empty. There should be nothing there. And we'll do what? Save changes. After saving, we'll update. After updating, just click on reload. So as you can see, guys, that title is off. So let's go and do the same thing for this section too. This section has the same challenge, so let's go and remove that. So you see how we are now editing the template that came with the theme. You get how we're now editing it. Let's remove this. Remove. Come down. Underline title. No underline. Save changes. Update. Okay. And now we know that that title must have gone out. Let's preview it and see. Reload. So the title is off, as you can see. So what I really want to do now is this. This about us, this little write-up that we have just put here. I want to make this write-up bigger. I want to make this write-up more obvious here. I don't know if you understand my point. Or I might decide that I want to put this write-up under this image here. You get my point? I might say I want to put it under the image. But let me just make the write-up bigger. Let me make the section of this write-up bigger and make this section of this images smaller. Or let me make the section of this particular section, this last section here, smaller, because it seems this give your donation is bigger than these two. So let me just make this one that is here smaller and make this one bigger. So the write-up will be bigger than this one. I go over to the back end again. Now, where do we do that? Come over to this column settings, okay? 1/1. So let me now customize a setting, okay? Now what I want to change is this middle one, which is this one here. Let me look for one that can be bigger. If I use this, or let me use this, 5/6. So you see that it will now be two sections, then one at the end. So this one will now be big here. Let me use this and see what it will look like. Update. Update. Okay. Update here, let's see. So let me see what it looks like at the front end. I want this to be small. Guys, now the web design video, so this is the web design. Oh, this is bad. Okay, I know what happened. But I think I love this preview. So let me just come over to the page. Let it finish loading. So what happened is, because we now made, this is what happened. Because we now changed it from 3 sections to 2 sections, the second section now jumped over to the third one. That's exactly what happened here. You get the point? So let me just bring this and put it under here, or put it on top of here. Then it will be great. Alright, so this is the text here. Let me drag the text and put it on the top here. Yeah, let's see what happens. Put it on the top there and Preview. Let me just use preview this time. Okay. Okay, down, up, it does not make sense. Let me bring it down, under. Preview. Okay, it does not make sense under 2. Okay, I think I should just make it that the 3 rows as it was before. So web design is just do your manipulations, edit and see what will work for you. That is just it. Let me put it in this style. This one should move to the end. Donate now. Let me take this image to this part and see what it would look like here, like this. Update. Reload. So guys, web design is just manipulation, being creative. Think of what would appeal to the viewer's eyes. That is exactly what you think of. So it's not just about removing and putting what you have on the template, but thinking of what will be appealing to the viewer's eyes. That is exactly what we should do. Okay, it has not come up. Let me just reload it again. All right. So I think we're heading somewhere with this. I think we're heading somewhere with this. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. It's not too bad. Not too bad. So what I want to do now is to increase this text here. Let me increase this text. So what I want to do here now, you see that this text is at the top. I need to put in something that will bring it down here and increase it a little so we'll see what it will look like. I also think that if it is justified, like if it is straight like this, it is also going to come out very, very well. That's exactly what I think anyway. So let me just come over here and put in another element. The element I want to bring in now is called empty space. So empty space. Let me just type space. So anything you want, you can actually bring it here. Put in space and bring the space to the top. Save. Then edit this. Let me make it bigger. Take it from paragraph to heading 4 so that it will be bold. And let's see what will happen. Okay, let me go and do this first. I'll come back and show you something shortly. Preview. Alright, yes, I think this is better. While we provide relief for urgent need, Orphans Hope is committed to bringing last solution to the care for the children's physical education and spiritual needs in a way that gives them hope and a future. Orphans Hope is now celebrating over 19 years caring for children without parents. We are grateful for your partnership and need your help to care for these dear children. You get the point? So I think this is making sense. It's really, really making sense. It's making sense. So what we are going to do now is this. I want to justify this text. Let me just use this to show you something. Now, if you come over here to edit this text block, once you come to edit this text block, you'll find out that the only thing you see here is align to left, align to center, and align to what? To right. There is no justify button here. Okay, let me look at what this align to right button justification looks like and see if it makes sense, if it appeals to what we want. If it does not make sense, I will show you how to add a justify button here so that all the sides will now be straight like this. Let me save this one and open. Okay, align to right does not really make sense, does not make sense. So let me go and show you how to add the justify button to your editor page. It is not easy. Remember I told you that anything you want to do in this life on WordPress works with a plugin. So what I'll just do is I'll just go over to plugin and bring in a plugin that is called Justify, or re-add Justify button. You are going to see it. So once we do that, we now bring in the plugin, guys, we are good to go. Okay, so anything you want to do in this site, anything, Justify. Re-add the justify button. Okay, re-add text justify button. You get installed. So once you install this plugin, it is automatically going to re-add that justification button on your editor. Now activate. Alright, so after activation, guys, let me just go over and reload this again. Come over to the page, reload it, and see if that justification button has appeared on the page. Come down. Now edit the text block again. Alright, guys, did you see it here? Did you see it? So because we just put in the plugin, it don't work. So I just click on justify, and you see that all the sites are now straight. And now click on what? Save changes, and I update. Alright, so come over to front end and reload. Alright, you see how straight it is now, and it makes a lot of sense. So it seems I'm going to remove that space now. So what can I put here? I think I should put in a button here, a button that directs people to learn more or about us. You get it? So let me just put in a button under here. That button will just direct people to learn more about the brand. Let me put in a button. Okay, come down. Now I also come to this point, click on the plus sign, and do what? Add what? Button. So there are so many types of button that we can put here. Go button. Let me just use this go button. So what should be on that button? I think it should be what? Text on button should be about us. About us. Okay. Now the link that the text that the button should go to, we'll come back to set it later. We'll set up this link later. Let's just leave that the way it is. Modern, let's leave it at modern. The shape should be rounded. Now the color. Remember that the color of this theme is green already. See, you have green buttons here. So it will make more sense if we have a green button here. You get it? So let's just come over here and make the color green. Let's put green button. Size, normal size. Then alignment should be center. If you put it in line, it's just going to align. It will put left, it will align to left, right. So it is just a choice of decision. But let me put it in center. Now, set full width button. What does that mean? Let me show you exactly what it means. Let me save this first. Save. And what? Okay, let me bring this empty space down so that to separate the text and the button, and preview. I want to show you exactly what that full width button means, so you understand exactly what it is. Okay, just hold on. Okay, this is the button we have just put in, about us. So once you click on this about us, it takes you somewhere. The space you see here is that space, empty space we have just put. We can actually reduce this space. I'll show you how to do it. But now let me show you what that full width button is. Let me go back. Now edit the button. Okay, come down and set yes to full width button. Now save changes. See what's going to happen. Preview again. See what's going to happen now. The button actually will now cover the full width of that section. You get the point? The full width of that section. So the full width of this section is where the button will now cover. So let me reduce the height of this empty space. As I said earlier, you can edit the empty space, 32 pixels. So let's just make it 15. Let's see what 15 looks like. Save, preview. Let's look at this space. If this space is going to reduce, come down. Yes, the space have reduced a little. So guys, you see that web design is something that is very, very, very flexible. There's no rigid something on it. It's very, very flexible. I might also decide that I want to reduce this more. My decision. You get my point? So web design is very, 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 very flexible. It's not rigid at all. Extremely flexible. I've not saved my changes, so update. Please always update your changes, else all your job you have done, thin air will just vanish if anything should happen. So guys, as you can see, we have just succeeded in working on this row, and as you see, the row is looking okay, but I think I need to invest more time into this row for me to make it up to my standard. I'm not really comfortable with it, but for classes purposes, I'm just teaching you how to do it, okay? So I'll just leave it at this. But let me add one more feature to this row. That is the animation feature. For example, this button. I can animate this button for this button to drop. So I just come over to the button, click on what? Edit. Once we click on edit, we'll come down to animate button, animation. So what kind of animation do you want? Bounce in. Once you click on bouncing, the button will bounce in like this. Bounce in, down, it will come like this. Bounce in right, it will come like this. So you just choose an animation that you want. So let me just pick any one, put it and preview. So we're looking at the button. Let's see the effect that the button is going to have. Let's just look at the button, okay? Scroll down. You see the way that button came in? So that is that you can actually animate this text, you can animate this image, you can do anything. That's why I say WordPress is very, very flexible. So you can use it to do anything that you want to do, and I tell you, you are actually going to come out very, very well. So let me just update this, and I can say that we are good to go with this section. Yes, we are good to go with this section. Okay? So please guys, remember, this is just a practical. This is just a template for the class. So it's just to show you how to do these things. I'm not taking it as a serious project. So yeah, I'm just freestyling and doing something like this. So if it's coming out well like this, how would the job that I take my time and settle down to design, how will it come out? You should tell that it's really going to come out very, very well. So now we'll move over to the next section. Let's go over to our template and see some other things that we can add to this site. We've talked about the about us, put the donate button and the rest of them. So let's come down. Let's go and see some other things that they put. This one has no content. Let me remove this. Dedicated to look after the welfare, love, care and attention. Discover what we do, discover where we serve. More info. This is a button. I just showed you how to put this button. Orphan Life Foundation is an international. So this is the about us that we already did for our own. Global Pandemic Relief Fund. Let's play our part. I think we should add this. Okay, we've already put the donate now button there now, so we can't add it again. Okay, let's add something like this to it. Let's add something like this to it. So let's add this what you can do. Okay, then has reminded us that there is no exercise better for the heart, reaching down, Well, we're not interested in the text. Let's just copy. So let's just add this what you can do to the site. We'll add these options that we have, put in the button, then put in these. Let's just manipulate it and see exactly what will come out. So remember that we picked up this first template from this one. We manipulated it and did what? And turned it into this. This now has no relationship with this website. But you see that this is where we got our concept from. So I don't joke with getting concept from other people's website, because I can't just sit and start thinking of, no, so I must get concept from other people's website. Remember, I've taken this from here. Now I'm going to take this, what you can do from here, and put it into the website. So this what you can do that you see here is a header. Now for us to put in a header, the first thing we must do is what? Bring in a new row. Oh, we have a new row here, but let me just imagine there's no row. Let me delete this row. Yes. So let's just imagine that there's no row here. What do? I can just come over to this point and click on what? Plus. And bring in a new row. Okay, the row came inside this. Let me delete this. Plus. New row. Came inside this. So for me to bring in a new row, I just come here, click on this plus that you see here, plus, bring in a new row. Okay, the row should be up or down. Yeah, this is the new row. So I'll just drag this row and take it where? Up. Take it up. Okay, bring it under here. Yes, this is where it should be. Yes, this is the new row. Now I have this new row here, and what they did here is what? What did they do here? They put in this new row, put in the title, and put in what? This write-up. So after this write-up, we'll now bring in another row, divide the row into 3 sections, and we'll now put this. It is not difficult, very, very easy. Okay? So let's go over here. This new row, we want to bring in a title. So all we just need to do is come over here and put in what? Text block. Once you put in text block, we'll now edit the text block and make it a header. Okay, header 1. You can make use of header 1 or header 2. And what is the header? What do we have there? What you can do. Put in what you can do. Paste. Remember, it is a header. It should be aligned to the center. And we'll do what? Save changes. So after that, we can duplicate this text, duplicate it. Now edit this second one that we just duplicated and bring in this other text, just put the text there. Remember, this is just a sample. You should not do this for a client project. I don't want us to waste much time, that's why I'm doing this. So we'll do what? Paste this here. Should this still be header 2? No. It has to be something what? Let's say header 5. Or let's just make it a paragraph. Let's make it the paragraph. Paragraph and align to center, save changes, we are good to go. So let's just preview and see what it looks like. So I've just showed you how to add another row and add text block to the rows. Very, very easy, guys, extremely easy. So come down. Yes, you see what you can do. We have the text here, but the text seems small. Let me just increase the text a little. Increase the text a little. Edit the text block. Instead of paragraph, let's use header 3. Save. Alright, not too bad, but I don't like the fact that it is also bold with this one. I don't like that fact, but I think we can manage it. It's not too bad, so let's just leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Okay, what you can do, that. Okay, let's move on. So we have this done. So let me now duplicate this row. Let me duplicate it. I can easily duplicate, instead of me to add a new one, I can just duplicate this row like this and remove all these other elements I just put in. Automatically it's a new row. So this is how I just do shortcuts. So also divide this into 3. So it will have these 3 columns here. These 3 columns. Become a member if you wish to be a member on a part, and the rest of them. So let's do that. What you can do. John Holmes has reminded us that. Well, let me just edit this and put it V.S.L concept Holmes. Edit. V.S.L Holmes. Has reminded us that there is no exercise better than for the heart that is reaching down, lifting up people up. Orphan Life Foundation greatly appreciate all the support life team to that. To lead these innocent and forgotten children up. Okay, now I think John Holt is. Yes. V.S.L concept will now come here. V.S.L. John Holmes has reminded us that there is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. V.S.L consequently appreciate all the support and help to these innocent children. Exactly. So that is good. So let me update that first. So what can I use to design this now? Or what can I use to design this and make it something better? I can bring in an icon, one. I can also bring in a header here and bring in a text. Well, let me see options that I have. So this is where creativity actually comes to play. You have to be very creative for you to be able to manipulate these whole things very, very well, okay? I can just click on elements, bring in elements. icon. Let me put an icon. Eye-catchy icons from library. Put in an icon, and the icon should be a membership icon. You can edit the icon here. Icon. Which icon should I use? Let me check for more icons. Okay, so once you click on this search icon, people. Yes, you can use this icon, people, for member, and let it be blue, or let's make it green. Let's make it this green. Save, preview. Let's see what it looks like. Then we know if it is usable or if it is not usable. Come down. Okay, this is it, but the size is kind of small, very, very small. Let me just increase it a little and see if it can be bigger. Okay, see the size, extra large. Let me see what extra large looks like. Align to center. Let it be on the center. No animation. Save, preview. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is better. So let's leave it at this. So the text that is there is what? Become a member. Become a member. Come over here. Where is it? Now I want to put in what? A header again, a title. Title. The title should be what? Become a member. Align it to center. Let's save and see what it looks like. Become a member. The next one that should follow is what? The text. If you wish to do that, copy, paste. Okay. So the next should be what? Text block again. So instead of it, let's just duplicate. Let's duplicate this text block. Edit this one. Copy all. Paste it. Wish to be a member. So let's make this paragraph. Paragraph. And we save. So after saving, we're good to go. Let's go and preview and see exactly what it looks like. Let's know if we are moving forward or if we are moving backward. Okay? So this one has 3 different colors. So we can also manipulate the colors and see what will come out of it. Alright, become a member. If you wish to be a member or a part of our team, simply contact us and join our family. So the next thing that was added there is what? A button. A button was added. A button was added. So let's put a regular button. A regular button. So what's the text on that button there? More info. More info. Okay, let's use the more info button. More info. More info. Is it capital letters or small letters? Okay, let's use capital letters. Info. More info button. So we're good to go. What should be the shape? Rounded. Yes. Color of the button should be. Let's use green. Let's still use green. Size of the button, normal size. Alignment, center. Align to center. Full width button, no, not full width this time. So let's just save. Okay. Once we save, let's preview and see if we're good to go. So I think what I need to add to this now is to add space to it. But let's add up this other write-up and see exactly what it's going to look like. So what you can do, become a member. If you wish to be a member or a part of our team, simply contact us and join our family. So this is that. So we can also decide that we want to change the background color of this section here. We can decide to change the background color of this whole row so that it does not become white, 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 white. From here, we can start to change the background color from here, like this. Let me just change it. What color will blend with green? Let me go over here. Let me change this row color first. You can edit this row here. Come over here, click on this to edit the row. Design options, border color, background color. So background color, let's think of a background color that we can use that would match what we are doing. Okay, let's use this. Let's see what this looks like. Save, preview. So you see the background color here. This is the background color, but I really do not like it. It does not blend with our theme. Let me use green and see what green looks like. Edit. Design options. Background color. Green, 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 green. Or very light green. Save. Preview. Let's see what this color will be. We can even change it to black. What we do. Okay, this green, I think is good, but I want it to be, I really want it to be another form of green. Let me try and look for this color. Now guys, let me just show you something. Now imagine that I want to use this color now for this template. I want to use this color here. And I don't have the color. I don't know the color number. If you come over to edit here, click on edit, come over to design options, you can actually bring up the number of any color, the color code of any color and put it here. Some clients might tell you, please use this color code to design my website. So that should be the basic color of the website. So all the buttons should be that color and everything like that. But now imagine I don't know this color code. How can I get it? Very, very simple. I'll just screenshot this page. Screenshot this page that I'm seeing. After screenshotting the page, I take it over to my microreader firewalls and it is going to give me the color code of this number. This is exactly how I'm going to do it. If you don't know how to screenshot with your system, just search out on Google how to screenshot with your system and it's actually going to come up for you. But I have a shortcut on my keyboard that would actually help me do the screenshotting. So I'll just go over to microreader firewalls. I've screenshot it already. I think let me paste and see if it will come up. Alright, it has come up, but you can see it is very, very big. So let me just fit canvas. So the color code is going to come out here. So this is exactly what I want to pick up the color. I come over to the color tool. Now put this picker here. Now come back here. This is the color code. I'll just copy this. Once I copy it, I'm good to go. So I come over to my site, come to the edit page, and put in this color code here like this. And I've gotten that color code that I said I want. So let me preview and see what it looks like. Okay? It is not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. Okay? Just come down and you now see the color code here. It's not difficult. So I think we should use this color code while we make all this text white. And let's see what comes out of it. We'll go and change all these buttons color to this same color too. So the site will now have a very sweet and synchronizing color template on the home page. Okay? So let's just go over to, let's edit this section again and make it that same color. Let's make this color white first, the text color. Let's make it white. Okay. What you can do. Design options. No, not background. See the text color here. Click here to edit text color and we'll make it white. We must first highlight it too. If you don't highlight it, it will not change. Make it white. So you see it will disappear because white is already on the background. So one will save, and that is that. This one too, the same thing. Let's make it white. Come here, white. Save changes. Preview before updating. Let's see if it is clear. Yeah, it is very, very clear, white. So I think we also need to go and make this row. Let's also make this row that same color. Yeah, let's make this row that same color. So come here to edit the row, design options, background color. Where do we get it? Go over to Micromedia Fireworks, bring up this again, copy the color. Hope you understand what I'm doing. It's not difficult to. So anywhere you don't understand, go over to the video and play it again, okay? It's not easy to become a web designer. So I've said that. Let me just set all of these, the colors to be what? White. So it is going to come out very, 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 very well. Icon color. But let me put something darker. Let me put gray to it. Text color. Text color should be white. Let me see if white will work. White. Save changes. Become a member. White. White color. Save changes. Then the button should be what color? Let's make the button let's say black. Let's just see what it looks like. We're just manipulating and see what would work, what would come out very, very well. So there's no rigid form of doing it, okay? So let's see what happens here. Wow. Okay. This one did not change to white. I thought we changed it to white. Let me change it to white. The icon did not change. Make it white. Save. Preview. So guys, hope you understand all we are doing, and I hope you are enjoying the class. So we'll scroll down. Okay, what you can do, become a member. Let me make this button red. Let me make it red or green. Let's just pick another color for the button. Pick another color, orange with orange match. Let me see what other color we have here. Let me see what other colors we have. Classic red. Let's see what red looks like. Preview. Okay, more info. I think this is not bad. This is not bad. Let's just leave it at red. So your own, you can just decide to use any color you want to use, okay? You can decide to use any color at all that you want to use. So it's just flexible. There's nothing rigid there, okay? More info. So now guys, we've gotten a template on how this should be. So instead of me now designing all of this and putting it inside here, I will just duplicate this, drag this one, bring it here. Duplicate this, drag this one, bring it here. I hope you get my point. So that's why I first of all finished designing one first. Duplicate this, drag this one, bring it under here. Duplicate the button, drag, and do what? Bring it under here. So I also do the same thing here. Duplicate, drag, and bring it under here. Duplicate this, drag, and bring it under here. Duplicate, drag, and bring it under here. And the button also the same thing. So what I now have to do is what? To edit all these two one after the other. Let me update. So all my suffering sins will not go in vain. Okay? So after that, I can now reload the page. Let me see what the front end looks like. Okay, guys. So you see exactly what it is. So this is the slide. This is the second row we put in. and this is what you can do that we copied from this part. Okay, so I'm just trying to be creative. Okay, if I settle down and work on this website, guys, don't worry. So I'm just doing this because it is just a test job to show you how this is done. I think I'm going to remove this row that is here. Okay, testimonial row, we need it, we need it, we need it. I think we need it. So let me just, I'll make that one black. I'll make that one black. But we'll get there, don't worry. So now we just need to edit this one, these two here, so we can now get going, okay? So the next thing we want to put here is what? Donate. 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 So let's come over, edit this title. Okay, this one first of all, let's look for an icon that signifies donate. Donate. If we are going to find any icon like that. Okay, fine. See this icon? Yes, donate. Makes sense. So the only thing we just change is, remember, once we duplicate it from here, all the properties will come with it. So you don't need to do any other settings. Just go there, change what you want to change, and you are good to go. Okay? You don't need to do many work. So become a member will now be what? Donate. Centralize the center and make it white. Save changes. Then what else? Text block. How many lines of text do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Let me just copy only 3 lines because I want everything to be aligned. Copy 3 lines and put it there. Paste. Make the color what? White. And save changes. The button will be the same thing. Now this icon, what do we have here? Fundrise. Donate, fundrise, fundrise, fundrise. Okay, let's look for another icon for this. Fundrise. Fundrise. Edit the icon first of all. Select an icon. Okay, fundrise. Let's just search for fund. Let me see what will come up for fund. Yes, we can use this icon for fundrise. So you see, it is just being flexible, Then edit this text block and paste it here. Align it to center. Make the color what? White. Save changes. Come over to this other text. Let me just copy 3 lines. So it is your duty to make all your text readable in your job, so that your clients will actually know that yes, this person knows exactly what he's doing. So this third one, text block, paste, color, white, save. After saving, the button should be the same thing. Let's just update and we see what we've done, guys. We see how far we've gone and we'll see how interesting and engaging it has turned out to be. Okay, so after updating, let's preview. So we see exactly what we have done. Wow, you see how beautiful this is. This is how beautiful this is. Okay, fundrise a member. I think we have an error here, so let me go and correct that error. Fundrise a member. From where? This is it here. Text block. Fundrise a member. Let me just remove this. You know I'm not seeing it because it's white color. So I'm just using my idea, my brain. But you, if you want to do your own, you can decide to change the color to black first, so you see it clearly before you do it. So reload. Alright guys, so you see it is now in line, everything is now okay. So become a member, donate, fundrise. So let me just put this in mobile view. Let's see what this thing will look like on mobile. Okay, wow, this is what it looks like on mobile. Okay, our logo, we have not changed our logo for mobile. You know, I'm just seeing that. So that's why it's good you always open your job on mobile. If not, see, I've not changed logo for mobile, so I'll go and change it. Logo for mobile, okay? I'll do that. So, but this is the text about us. This is picture, donations, what you can do, become a member. So you see how it is what? Mobile responsive. So this is where we have stopped. This is where we have stopped, okay? So it is very, very mobile responsive. So that is it, guys. We have just done, I've just edited 2 rows. I've showed you how to manipulate your rows. In fact, how to get content, manipulate the content and make them designs that are really, 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 really mind-blowing. So it is something that, guys, you really, really enjoy doing. So I want you to work on your own slides, your own rows, and let's see how it is. I will stop this video here because I don't want it to be so long and boring. So in the next video, we are going to complete these other sections and these other rows, and we'll make it very, 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 very okay. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.